Hello, I'm Nathan Judah. I'm here with Wolverhampton Wanderers reporter Mr. Timothy Spiers. Tim, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Manchester City 0. However, they can take some spot kid kicks, can some of these people?
They can take them better than you can say it.
Yeah, well, I said kids because the kids did well. The kids did the business.
You didn't mean to say that though.
No, I didn't know. No, but I'll take it. I'll run with it. Look, Premier League trophy champions and deserved.
Yeah, what a lovely way to end a special week.
Yeah, it was absolutely.
And they earned it. Like Man City were the better team in terms of an attacking threat, but they dug in there. They got through that horrendous early spell when Sterling was walking through them.
Yeah.
Survived about 5 chances, then the penalty, and then after that, overall, it was a pretty even game,
all right,
to be honest.
yeah, for sure.
Where Wolves were lacking in the final third, where they didn't create any real clear-cut chances throughout the game. Lots of half chances, but nothing clear-cut. But like I said, they're stuck in there. The raft of substitutions, I said to you, didn't I, when they started making loads of subs, it was bound to be 0-0 now, and it was the same against Newcastle the other day. The game just completely peters out.
Picture later, mate. Later, we're filming. Later, wants to snap. Wants a selfie.
So it peters out. It's helped Wolves. Patricia made a couple of stunning saves. It was my man of the match anyway.
Yes.
And then proper heroics in the penalty shootout. 3 fine saves, and Wolves scored 3 of their penalties, and that was good enough.
Yeah, look, Nuno selected full strength side really, didn't he? Again, I thought maybe he might change it around, but of course with Manchester City set to play most of the first team, and most of them did get a go today, he went strong.
Yeah, and well, this is all about preparation for next Thursday for the Europa League, and Wolves look in damn good shape at this point with regards to that. And I think maybe he would have mixed it up a little bit more for Newcastle in hindsight, but he's gone strong again. A lot of players got 90 minutes twice here. Ryan Bennett and Connor Cody, I think, are the 2. Bolly.
He's not going to play every minute of every game again, is he? Is he?
It's going that way.
Oh, goodness me.
And we saw some telling substitutions for bizarre really, for the second game in a row, or certainly unusual. For the second game in a row, he's made exactly the same substitutions on the hour mark. He's brought on Sanderson, Taylor Perry, Niall Ennis and Ruben Vinagre. The same 4 players went off. Yeah. And then on about the 80-minute mark, he's made exactly the same subs again. Which was the midfield trio of
Taylor Perry.
No, he's already on the pitch at this point. Terry Taylor, Luke Cundle and Hong Won, exactly the same again. And then the only additional sub is Max Kilman off of Willy Bolly. But apart from that, same subs, same time. That's quite telling for me. Look, going ahead as to kind of first changes for Europa League games, the kind of players he's got in mind to maybe play in the second leg,
of course,
if they get a good enough margin in the first leg. So interesting to see who's kind of impressed him throughout the week. The only downside for me really is a shame that some of the lads didn't get on. They haven't played during this trip at all. The likes of Will Norris, Ed Francis, former Man City player, I know he was really keen to play today, Austin Samuels, Christian Marquez, Roderick Miranda didn't play either.
He's delighted to have made the trip, by the way.
Yeah, and maybe 1 or 2 more. So that's the only shame. Really,
but it's the first team. It's a great experience for them.
No, exactly.
You know, they've embraced everything. They've gone to all the community events. They've been part of the setup. And just training with the first team is important for some of these lads.
No, absolutely. And hopefully they kind of didn't expect to come on, and Nuno would have told them that they weren't going to come on, and then it wasn't as much of a disappointment. But what he said during a couple of press conferences this week is that he's grateful and thankful for their help because they've helped beef out the squads. You know, they can help play 11-a-sides, take the load off some of the first team players. You know, the guys that have come on tonight. So it's been a fantastic experience for everybody here from Wolves. You know, they might get used to this type of thing over the years, and they look far happier to be here than Man City do, and it'd be a shame if Wolves end up like that.
Absolutely
miserable and not treating people perhaps as well as they should do.
I tell you what's miserable. Pep was miserable.
So yeah, but at the moment it's wide-eyed and it's a new experience. They're excited to be here, and everybody's got the most out of it on and off the field this week.
And great for some of these youngsters to come in against the likes of David Silva and
totally.
Gundogan and all these top stars. It's fantastic for them, and especially under these conditions, which aren't easy.
No, definitely not easy. I thought Dion Sanderson was probably the pick. He was certainly the busiest of the youngsters. He got involved in the thick of the action at both ends of the field. Got a lovely round of applause when he shepherded the ball through to Patricia there at the end, so that was nice for him. Taylor Perry's took a penalty and took it very, very well. And they've all kind of helped Wolves see out the game really. Last 10 minutes, you know, potential for some inexperienced players.
Sure.
It could have gone wrong, but it didn't, and that's credit to them and credit to the work that Nuno and his staff have done with them. And then you look at the first team players, difficult to really picked too many out tonight. I thought Bolly was good again. I thought Bennett was good as well. I thought
Connor was good.
And Traore was excellent down the right. And
is he a legitimate option this season? Do you think?
He certainly.
Do you think he's back up?
He certainly is in the Europa qualifiers.
Okay.
Certainly, and his pace will frighten any, let alone kind of semi-professional or players or whatever,
course, yeah.
or lower league players. He'll frighten anybody. So I thought he'd done very well. I thought Gibbs White did well in a couple of little patches tonight. It was nice through balls and good movement. Jota was a bit quiet tonight, but on the whole, they've done really, really well. Honestly, to hold a team of Man City's calibre, I don't care what the level is. City were up for this tonight. They came out flying out the blocks. Could have been 5-0 up after 20 minutes, but Wolves saw it through.
Yeah, they did. And look, Asia Trophy champions. I mean, that's great. And are we going to defend it next year?
Well, it's not running next year, so no.
Oh, is it not?
No, it's a biennial tournament.
Okay, 2 years time. We're going to Mexico next year then. Oh no, we're not going together anyway. I forgot about that. Steady.
I mean, the tournament hasn't been in China for a long time. I think it's about 10 or 12 years.
Yeah.
So it goes around Asia, hence the name. But whether Wolves will be back here or not, I don't know. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, great week.
But look, it might not mean a huge amount to win the Asia Trophy, but for Fosun and hosting this, but do you know what I mean? Like in Shanghai, it's great for Wolves, especially for sponsorship deals, for headquarters. It's great for them, and to see Wolves beat the likes of Manchester City.
Honestly, to win a tournament in Fosun's backyard in front of a packed house, a noisy crowd here, by the way, it was a really kind of eventful evening.
They got the crickets again.
Very interesting atmosphere. They had a couple of singing sections at both ends of the ground.
Yeah.
And it's a big thing. And Wolves haven't made any signings yet. We know they're hoping to attract some in the near future, and this can only help. Worldwide audience of many millions. Let's be honest. Watching this game today, and they've held Man City, one of the best teams we've seen in England for many years. Yes, weakened. Yes, it's pre-season, but who cares?
Who cares? When you get the chance to beat Man City, you've got to enjoy it.
It's all about the winning mentality. I've just kind of put that to Nuno in the post-match presser. 2 years he's been here, they just win. They win. They know how to win. They won the bloody European Cup last year.
Oh yes.
Don't forget that.
Yeah. It was definitely a step up.
And now they've won this. They've got the winning mentality.
They've got to go back and do the European Cup next year and defend that.
Maybe, yeah. You really want to know where we're going next year, Neil, where you're going. Honest, and as he said, it's not about games. It's not necessarily about. Sorry, you're bored. You're stretching.
No, so I'm stretching. Yeah, a bit tight.
Not necessarily about games as to why you build up that winning mentality. He says it's on the training ground. It's every day. It's the way you improve yourself as a player. It's the mentality you have. They buy players along those lines as well as breed them, and you can see the results on the pitch. So it's happy days. Like I was a bit worried about this week in terms of preparation, the heat, the humidity, the hectic nature of all the events. I think it's gone literally as well as expected.
And beyond, probably.
It's still not been ideal in terms of a football preparation point of view because they haven't been able to do. Who's that? Come on, who's that?
Who's that?
Who's that?
What? Texting me? Just
You're not going to show me? Oh no, there's no answer. Who was that? Oh dear! Oh dear! All right, I'll carry on this.
Not Chow Min from last night.
It's got honestly, it's not ideal. They wouldn't have chosen to come in. Nuno wouldn't have chosen to come in from a football preparation point of view. However, he's just said they leave better than when they arrived in terms of preparation and fitness, and everything that's gone. I was a bit worried about the week. It's gone surpassed my expectations. I think it's surpassed everyone's expectations, and it's gone as well as it could have done.
So what happens now then? They fly back tomorrow morning?
Yeah, players fly tomorrow. Wolves go home tomorrow. We don't.
No, we don't because we're on it, baby.
And then. The jet lag shouldn't be as bad on the way back as it would have been the way here.
Well, they're slightly more comfortable for us. I mean, we might have jet lag.
Yeah.
They've got reclinable beds.
Exactly. Yeah, but no, it's all been. I asked you about this earlier in the week. It's all been prepared for. They've looked into it as scientifically as they can to avoid the jet lag.
Yeah.
And then Thursday, thank goodness they're at home.
Huge.
They're in England. They're at Molineux. They've got Crusaders from Northern Ireland, and they'll be ready. They will be ready.
Wolves are Asia Trophy champions. For the post-match reaction, make sure you log on to expressandstar.com.